Hi there, Zach here, and I'm gonna settle with you guys. My procrastination is pretty high. People who have been on my streams, people who have been on my, have seen any of my other videos, it happens sometimes. You know, waiting 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks for a video to come out. It happens sometimes, and that's a combination of when I come home from my full-time job. The last thing I want to do is to edit. I love recording. The editing is not on the top of my list a lot of the times. I'm not gonna lie, I do like editing. I like doing all this, and if I could do it for a profession, knock on wood, I would love to do this for a profession. But sometimes when you get done with 8 hours, you don't want to do anything besides relax. Anybody can agree with that. And you've seen plenty of YouTubers who do this for a profession, and that's all they ever say. They say, look, I'm stressed out. I don't want to do this right now. That's why I've been in a creative stump. A lot of people have been through that, and I understand why people go through that. But at the same time, I don't want to go, you know, months upon months without doing anything. I know plenty of YouTubers out there who go a month without doing anything because they don't feel like it. And I'm sorry, I don't feel like going to work every day. And if working is if YouTube is your work, you should just do it anyways. But saying that, I have done some reviews that have not got up on the channel, and I just bricked it all right away, which obviously takes a few days out of my life. When I get home, I pretty much only have like, I don't know, 3-4 hours to record, to edit, and everything else like that before I have to go to bed. So I want to try something new here. I was going to do a review of Civ 6, and I got everything recorded, and it just wasn't to my liking. So I'm going to do something new here called Redo Review, where I look at something that I reviewed, and if halfway through I just think, nope, this isn't going to do it. I just want to make you guys a quick review, explaining a lot about the game, and explaining if you should get it or not. I'll wrap it all up at the end, tell you if you guys should get it or not, but I just want to do this for you real quick because there's a lot of good games coming out. There's Mafia 3, there's Battlefield 1, there's you know, Civ 6, Farming Simulator 16 or something like that. I don't fucking know what it is, but I was surprised to see that on Skype. Anyway, leave comments down below explaining why that game is so great. But anyways, I want to go through a quickened version of my 15-minute edited video, just so I could get it out there, I could feel good about myself, and then I could just go on to the next one and focus more on that one. A lot of people out there might think that this is just a cash grab. I mean, my videos aren't monetized, but a view grab. Let's just put it that way. A lot of people might say that. I don't blame you. Yeah, it is to an extent, but to be honest, I just want to get through with this because I've already spent about 6 hours recording and editing for absolutely nothing. I want to put this out so I can concentrate on my next endeavor. So I say let's do this. All right, let's try it out. It's worth a try. Let's start. And the first thing I would like to really talk to you guys about is the changes between the previous Civ games and Civilization 6. And there are plenty of them that you should probably put out a few more dollars for this one if you are a Civ fan. And one of the things that's new to this, that hasn't been in any other ones that I've known of, I'm going to level with you guys, I've played Civ 4 through Civ 6, and I've liked all of them. So there might have been something way back in the day that was similar to this, I just don't know. And it's the introduction of things called districts. Now, districts are these little plots of land where you put specific items in them to determine what type of society that you will be in. Will you be more religious and you'll have more religious districts all over your area? Will you have more cultural ones and be a super cultural state? Would you have more economy ones and get more money? And the only entertainment that you'll be able to do is throw shillings up in the air and let them rain down upon you. It could be anything that you really want. And it's definitely a nice thing to have, simply for the fact that this is another thing that kind of helps you differentiate from other places. And if a lot of you are thinking, well, fuck it. Oh, fuck it then. I'll just throw all of my stuff in one district, you know, and then that's it. That's not going to work really well because things like mining, things like farming, things like, you know, tents, all of those still have to be on their own. So if you see a bunch of cows and you have to build a pasture around them, you can't build 5 pastures in one district. It has to be just that one. So it's also making land management a lot different and a lot more multi-leveled, and I absolutely love that. Not gonna lie. Another thing that is new is something called envoys. Now, envoys are something that you get when you hit a certain technological eureka, is what they call it. It's pretty much whenever you get something that increases technology for a specific type. And once you get that, sometimes they give you convoys or envoys, sometimes they give you something else. But envoy you could send to any other city-states around you, and they will give you extra religion. They'll give you just extra different types of resources. And it doesn't seem like much, because when you send it there, the first one's like, don't worry about it. You only get two per turn. That's it. That's all you get. Don't ask us for any more. And then if you get to 3 envoys on one, it's just like, okay, we'll give you the 2, plus we'll give you 2 for each district that you have in your area, and that's it. You don't expect any more from us. And then you put 5 in there, and they said, okay, if you'll leave us alone for 3 seconds, we're going to give you the 2 plus 4 on each one of your, like, they just keep upgrading it. And then you can determine which one you want to have good relationships with, or which one you want to burn and destroy, because they keep going on the opposite team, and they keep trying to destroy you. They just keep they keep siding with the AI who wants to kill you, which goes into my next point, which is the AIs in here are absolutely better rounded than in the other Civ games. Now, Civ 5, they seemed better drawn and they seemed better animated because they seemed more realistic. This one, for some reason, they looked very cartoony. And it might just be me, guys, but when I streamed this, there was multiple people in my stream saying, God, am I in Looney Tunes or Hanna-Barbera? Why is this looking like I'm looking at, Donald Duck? I don't know. It looks cartoony. Nothing's wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with cartooning. I think they drawn out some of the things on there, made it look less, and then put some of the manpower towards something else that's a little bit better. But saying that, another change is that the AI is just different. It's different. Like it seems like they always have hidden agendas. Like Greece comes up to you and they say, "Hey, you look like a good guy. I like," and that's a great Greek accent. I know. Don't tell me about it. Hey, you look really good. Hey, how about I give you some gold for no reason? Here's 25 gold, just cause we're cool. Just cause we're cool. Here's a delegate. Here's some gold. Hey, have fun with that gold. You go spend it on some bubble gum. And then you're like, wow, okay, you seem like a nice guy. And then you quickly notice that they start putting, a base right here, a base right here, a base right here. And you have only 2 bases right down here, and you're like, boy, howdy, they really want to protect me. And oh my God, I'm getting killed! Happens every time. Don't trust anybody in this game. Not one person, because I guarantee you, if you just trust somebody in this game, they will take that trust, bend you over, spit in your butthole, and then just jam it up there as many times as they can. The AI in here are better because they seem like they always have something hidden and there's always something to do, but most of the time it's going to be to bone you. And another major thing that I think is major change between the 2 games is religion. There is a religious win now, which was not in any of the other 2 games that I've played as far as I remember. Religion in at least Civ 5, I don't know if there was religion in Civ 4 at all, but the expansion pack to Civ 5, I think it was Gods and Kings, that one, they gave you the way to have religion, only to spread it like herpes. That's all they gave it to you for. So you can literally say, hey, 75% I'm like Christianity. 75% of the world is vowed to Z Productions-ism, okay? I named my religion Titty Titty Bang Bang, okay? Everyone is loving Titty Titty Bang Bang. That's what they love. And that's all you could have really said. It was bragging rights. You could look on the leaderboard and be like, religion, that's me. I'm number 1 in that religion. That's me. But there was really nothing much else you could do. Now in this game, I don't know what the guidelines are to it, but there is religious win. I know that. And I always want to do that, but it's so hard to do it in this game because they get religion so much faster than you. I don't know what they're doing. I may be looking more towards expanding my empire and not concentrating on creating a religion. That might be the reason. I might just suck at the game. And there are plenty of other minor things. I'm not a huge Civ player. I love playing the games, don't get me wrong. But if you want a more detailed version of what's different between point A to point B, look at all of the other people who play this game for a living, who love this game. Go and talk to them, watch their reviews, give them views, give them subs. They do a pretty good job because there's a ton of stuff different, major or minor. Those are the only like 3 or 4 stuff that I've determined are big enough that I'm like, oh, that's very interesting. That was worth my money. Now, there are small stuff like builders only come in 3s right now. And even though you build buildings like that, boom! Except wonders, obviously. But buildings that builders can make, like farms, pastures, wheat fields, whatever. All that other stuff. They jump up in the air and they do a pshing, and it's erected right away. But when that happens, one of them goes away. And then once you use me, another one goes away. And then after that one goes away, you're done. You have to buy another one or wait another 6 turns for another builder to come on. And I'm not quite sure if that's good or bad because I know in a lot of the other Civ games, when I got super into the other later in the game, I always have like 8 builders there, and I don't want to like dismiss them in case I get attacked and I need stuff built, and then instead of builders making roads, now traders make roads. Yeah, they make routes towards other areas. You just basically say, I want to trade with this city-state. I want to trade with this enemy city, not enemy city, but this foreign city, and then they just go and do it. And then they make roads, and the more times that they run back and forth on it, the more defined the roads get, and the more times you can walk over them with actual people. It's cool. I like it. But those are just minor things. Like I said, go to other people if you want that. This is supposed to be a quick one, but I'm feeling it already starting to draw out. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do pros, cons list, and then that's it. What do you want? And let's start with the cons. Simply for the fact that I like getting the negativity out of the way before I go into the positive. Let's always end on a positive note. And one of the negative things is fucking barbarians. I don't know if they've always been this bad and I've just been so damn great at the game, but I don't know. I don't remember them being this harsh. Just fucking brutal. Like, you go on Prince, which is, for those of you out here who have not played the game, that's like the difficulty for medium. You know, it's not that bad. It's not that easy, not that hard. It's right in the middle. Even on Prince, holy shit, I get attacked like crazy. Like I send out my reconnaissance unit, I send out my warriors, and I don't send them away for more than 4 turns. And guess what? There's 3 warrior barbarians around me, 2 reconnaissance, and 2 horses. And I'm like, yep, this is the end for me. How embarrassing is this? And I'm getting destroyed by the NPC of NPCs. Like, I understand about the bigger ones like France or Egypt or Russia, sure, but these are like the children of the NPCs, and I'm still getting pushed around on them. It kills your morale, but it also makes the game, on the positive side, a little bit of positive side, it makes it a little bit more challenging because they don't feel much like a nuisance. They feel like an actual fucking threat. And for those of you out there that are still listening and you have not played Civilization, I commend you. That's great. That's great. That means that I'm interesting enough to listen to for at least 10 minutes while I went through here. But if you do buy this game, I'm not trying to deter you. I'm not trying to deter you to buy this game at all. What I am going to tell you, though, is that the difficulty curve is a little bit steep if you have not played any of the other 5 Civ games. If you want to jump right in, that's fine. If you want to look through, there's like a Civopedia or something like that within the actual game. If you want to look through there's like 18 tabs, and within those tabs there are drop-down menus for about 5 things. It's a lot of reading to do, and I suggest jumping right in, going to the easiest difficulty, or the hardest actually, if you want to go into the deep end and drown under the barbarians' ball sacks. But if you want to just go right away, I'm not deterring you. Once you find out how to play this game, it is so fun. It is so fun. I had the same thing with both Total War games and Civ games. They blew my mind with how difficult and how much multitasking you have to do every single turn. And I did not want to play them, but something kept bringing me back. And as soon as you determine what to do and how to do it, boy, you're just going to have the time of your life, because these games are fun. These are so fun. And I know those 2 cons sounded like pros near the end, but I've been drinking a little bit, and I kind of like sticking on the positive things. So let's go to the pros. So one of the pros is simply the religious victory. Now, the pros list might be a little bit shorter to explain because a lot of the pros that I see right here are the changes that they put towards the game. I think a lot of the changes that they put in this game were superb. Very good. The religious victory is something that I like because I personally like having a religious sect and I love spreading it, and I love when the AI is like, fucking leave my people alone. I want them to go to Confucianism, not Z Productionsism. And I'm like, my people want to go where they want. They want they want my religion because my religion has free hand jobs and bacon. All right, so you go fuck yourself, Confucius. Or whatever I say. Every single religion I make has different types of rules that I make up in my head. But what I'm trying to say is it's really fun. It's really fun to go to each place, rub people the wrong way, and then once you get to a certain like threshold, then your religion just spreads like crazy. Unless there's one area that has I don't know what they're called in this game. In Civ 5, they were Inquisitioners, and they got your religion out of their city. So I don't know if they have that in the game. I haven't really gotten that far into this. But unless they have that, it pretty much just keeps spreading like an STD, and it's satisfying. So satisfying. Number 2 is, like I also mentioned before, the districts and how the land management comes into play. Like I said, I'm not going to touch on this again because I did it before, but it is definitely interesting that now you have to determine, okay, do my people really need another wheat field? Do they really need to eat? Because I'm at war with Zimbabwe, and I really want to win this war. But to do that, I'm going to need to use my money to recruit more units. So I'm gonna have to dial that back and go for something. I'm gonna have to go for like a war, like a district on this tile. You know, my people might be unhappy for a little bit, but it's all for the good, the greater good. And then they revolt on you and you lose the game anyways. Yes, if people are so pissed off at you in this game, they will revolt, and it's not terrific when it happens to you, but it's terrific to watch people on stream when that happens to them because the rage is quick to follow. And the third thing and last thing before I wrap this entire review up is the AI. Now the AI, I know I mentioned it before, but I didn't mention if it was a positive or a negative, and it 100% is a positive because when you first meet them, like I think in Civ 5, it's when you first met them, they spoke in their native tongue, and then they basically... Seriously, don't ever get a puppy, ever. Buy them when they're older. God dang. Anyway, the AI, when you first met them in the other games, it's like they said one line of dialogue when they first introduced you. Oh, bonjour, baguette, oui, oui. And then it said like, oh, we are from the French nation. Hey, nice to meet you. But this one, when they surprise attack you, when they surprise make war on you, anything else like that, they say the whole thing. And I just find that just a little caveat on top that was very cool for me. Besides that, like I mentioned, they all seem to have their own gimmicks, and they all seem to have their own thing. It's kind of like Nuclear Gandhi from Civ 5, where he just, no matter if Gandhi was in the map, you know he was going to be attacking you. Like, you absolutely knew it. Now, this one, it's not exactly the same. It's not like, oh, Gandhi's here, I might as well get the KY ready because I'm going to be screwed completely. No, it's not anything like that. They have like different AIs every single time. Most of the time, I'm not going to lie, most of the time it has to do with war. But you have to keep the game spicy some way. You just gotta keep it nice and spicy. But that's it, guys. I know I was trying to make this sound like a shorter version of one of my reviews, but I don't really know what to say. If you guys really want to see an actual review, go to some of my other ones. I have about 5 or 6 other movie and or video game reviews out there if you'd like to see them. If you want to see more reviews like this, hey, this was easier for me to do, and it was a lot more fun, to be fair. It's not like I record it once and then I edit for 6 hours and then send it out. This was a lot more fun. But if you guys think this is just a blatant cash grab, go ahead and write your mean comments. Yeah, just go ahead and do it. As of right now, though, I just needed to get this out so I can go on to the next one, because I have about 5 video games I want to go over, so I can't spend too much time, because the more time I spend on these reviews, the more time it's just going to take for me to catch up, and then better games will come out, and I want to do them, but I have this queue. Oh, it's YouTube life. It's nobody in YouTube life, like the small channel YouTube life. But anyways, I hope to see you all in one of my next reviews. I hope this wasn't too, what is it, like cancerous, cringy? What does YouTube say now, or what does the internet say nowadays? Cuck? I don't know. Fucking. I hope this wasn't too cringy, cancer cuck for you. Holy shit! They all start with C. Wow. Wonder what the next thing's gonna be. Capones. That's not gonna work, is it?